Welcome to part 2 of Let's Play Mega Man 1, and today we take on the last 3 Robot Masters, Elecman, Iceman, and Fireman. And Elecman is one of those 2 stages you do not want to go after first, simply because of the Robot Master himself. And one thing I thought I'd like to note is that Elecman's theme seems to be very similar to Faithfully by Journey. I think it's merely coincidence though. So yeah, Capcom has been having innuendos with other music stuff since, well, the beginning. But anywho, I got myself a special guest today, so introduce yourself.
Hey guys, SaxDude26 here, and oh boy, Elecman stage.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Mega Man 1 soundtrack, but this is one of the 2 themes I do really like from Mega Man 1. It's one of the catchier. Well, I kind of like Cutman's theme somewhat, but other than that, the soundtrack in this game never really stood out to me too much.
And when they made Mega Man Powered Up, I think Elecman's theme probably translated to the Powered Up soundtrack really well. I don't think I've ever heard a version of Elecman's theme that I haven't liked.
Yeah, and these are the Yoku blocks, which have been around since the very beginning. And because of their memorization patterns, with their disappearing and reappearing and such, they can drive casual gamers insane. Oh, and by the way, keep in mind of this screen, we're going to be seeing this same exact screen later. I swear to God, Elecman stage has some of the worst screen copy-paste renditioning I've ever seen in the Mega Man game so far. But it's the first one, so it's kind of understandable, I guess. Because after all, wasn't Mega Man 1 like developed by a small team of people, I think?
I'm pretty sure it was, yeah.
And by the way, Elecman's stage is unique that you can take two different paths to get to your destination. Doesn't really particularly matter which one you take first, but just to kind of expect different gimmicks in each one. And this right here is the magnet beam, and the reason I don't like to take on Cutman stage first, because when I first played Mega Man 1, I didn't know this power-up existed. You know, I played 2 and 3 first, and I did not think that Mega Man 1 introduced, you know, a utility item. So I sat there at Wily Stage 1 for the longest time, trying to figure out how to get past that section. I thought I was glitched out or something. And then I started goofing around in the Robot Master stages because I had nothing else to do, and I found this, and I'm like, what the crap? I mean, I wouldn't expect it, you know, to be like an item that you simply pick up partway through the stage, considering, you know, it's the first game in the series. Oh, and the magnet beam is by far one of the best utility items in the game. You can create little, well, not so much as little, but straight platforms, and depending on how long you hold down the fire button, you can make it longer. And let's see if I can show it off pretty well right here to get past his big eyes. Ah-ya! Hoo-ya!
Nicely done.
Fantastically done.
And now we come to what is known in the Mega Man universe as a nightmare boss, the most horrible boss of its respective game.
If you don't know the cheat trick that I'm about to perform on him.
If you don't know the strategy and you're not playing the Wily Wars version.
Oh god, I'd hate to play the Wily Wars version, to be honest. But yeah, if you're not careful, he's going to do you in 3 hits, and I would advise shooting to the right first as you come into the battle, otherwise he's going to get a surprise shot in on you. And basically the tip here is to shoot him as he raises up his arms. And because of his knockback, much like Cutman, you can pretty much prevent him from ever using his weapon. I kind of goofed up. Well, actually, I goofed up entirely. What am I talking about? And was he floating in the air?
Sort of moonwalking on the spot in the air there, yeah. Crazy flamboyant electric guy.
Also, I freaking hate going through the section every time I die to the Elecman. It drives my patience up the wall, And I'm glad that, later Mega Man games got rid of this.
Just made the whole way one screen, yeah. So much better.
So, let's do this again. Come at me, Elecman. I usually try to stay quiet while fighting him, and I usually try not to look at the health meter, because every time I do, I somehow goof up.
It's funny, the robot masters that have the tendency to be the most annoying always seem to be the ones that have an electric element. I've noticed. I mean, you've got Bright Man from Mega Man 4, you've got Plug Man from Mega Man 9.
How did that not hit me? But anywho, continue.
Yeah, just electric robot masters just have the tendency to be the really evil ones, I've noticed.
Well, Spark Man from Mega Man 3 wasn't too bad if you can memorize his pattern.
Isn't too bad.
But anywho, Iceman is another stage you don't want to take on first. Like Elecman, it was because you didn't want to take him on for the Robot Master himself. This one is stage alone, and these guys right here are best to take care of. They'd be taken care of by shooting them in the heads. Otherwise, they will release all hell on you if you take out simply their torsos. Oh, and Mega Man 1 did not introduce buoyancy like later games do, and I think is the slowdown right here because of the game itself, or is it like because of slowdown, or is it because of how the water was designed? Do you know of that?
Might be because of the water, I'm thinking. Because I don't think there's enough on screen to actually be causing slowdown. Because once the water's gone, it's all back to normal again.
Yeah, I don't know how Mega Man seemed to get those physics straightened out, especially the rock dropping physics.
Gutman stage
And this right here is the Thunder Beam, easily one of the best weapons, if not the best weapons of the game. Personally, a lot of people say the Metal Blades from Mega Man 2 are the best, but I thought the Thunder Beam was the best, honestly, because you can shoot like 3 beams, like up, down, left, and right, depending on which direction you're facing, and because of how little ammo is used whenever you conserve it and such, and the fact that it passes through just about any enemy you touch, it's very freaking useful. And by the way, it's not the Yoku block section that annoys me, it's actually this upcoming section that does.
Oh boy, footholders.
Oh, is that what these things are called?
Yeah, these things are called footholders, and they are evil.
Yeah, but he is right, because there are 4 problems with these guys. 1, they are constantly shooting while you're trying to traverse through the platforms. 2, you have these flying penguins around, which doesn't really help much, but that's pretty much just the stage itself. 3, the collision you have when trying to land on them is really weird. Sometimes you can jump on the ledge of them, and it will count as a hit, and you will be damaged, and you will fall, and you will die, and it is cheap. And the most annoying thing about it all is that they pretty much go wherever they want to. They have no set pattern, so sometimes I can be sitting there for like 3 or 4 minutes waiting for them to get close enough to the other ones, and my god, it drives my patience up the wall. Now, obviously, since I didn't know the magnet beam at first existed, I had to put up with that the first time I played it, and it was really annoying. Anywho, Iceman, like Elecman himself, takes 1 hit from the Mega Buster for some reason. Why does he have stronger stamina than Gutsman? I have no idea, but these Ice Slasher...
He also puts out a lot more damage than Gutsman.
Yeah, he does the end for in 3 hits, and they can be really tricky to dodge unless you can somehow be pixel perfect and jump between these beams. I swear to God, a lot of things in Mega Man 1 require you to be pixel perfect. It's ridiculous. Oh no, he's getting faster.
The stage coming up is a great example of such.
I can't get through most of Fireman stage without getting hurt, actually.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Marley, how's that Perfect Run series coming along?
Oh boy, I haven't even started it yet, but I'm not looking forward to doing it. Fireman stage is going to throw it out the window. Iceman, I don't think I'm going to be able to beat Buster only, and Elecman, don't even start.
Well, isn't Fireman...
Mega Man 1.
Well, isn't Fireman nerfed in Wily Wars?
I sure whether he's nerfed or whether he's actually worse, because fighting him with the Ice Slasher, it feels easier. Fighting him with the Mega Buster, quite often I just rapid fire too much and he just fills the screen with the Firestorm and I'm just panicking all over the place. I think he fires the Firestorm a little more frequently than Wily Wars if you jump.
Yeah, I kind of wish I got the Wily Wars here, because, as you know, I'm American and Marley's from Australia. And also part of the PAL regions, and we Americans didn't get the Wily Wars version. In fact, I never heard of it until I watched an LP on Clement's channel. So, Marley, you're lucky on that, but I don't think you got Mega Man 6, did you?
Don't think we did, no. I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure.
But I'll save that when we get to Mega Man 6. Well, I get to Mega Man 6 anyway. Because the pace that the LP League has been going on has been...
Yeah, we'll get there eventually. The next one is Mega Man 3, so...
Matt's taking on that one, I believe.
Yeah.
Which Mega Man 6 isn't exactly one of my favorites, but it's better than 5. Better than 5.
A lot of people consider 6 to be the easiest of the classic series, actually.
I do too, actually. Actually, no, I think 5 is a little bit easier than it, actually. Although I don't know if it's harder just because I don't come back to it as much or not. But anywho, we get the Ice Slasher going off of trying to stay on topic here. Basically, I don't know how you can get through that bottom portion without getting hit. Like, I don't know if it requires skill or if it's simply just cheap design. I'm pretty sure it's just cheap design, but... Yeah, the Ice Slasher is very useful, especially in the Game Boy port of Dr. Wily's Revenge, where I end up abusing it like crap. You guys will all see that once you get to co-commentating on that, which I have all recorded and edited, so...
Excellent.
And those little fireball things are chain keys, and they make for some pretty good farming and such. Especially in this later coming up section. And I never could figure out how to get past this part, actually. I always used the magnet beam to cross it because, well, it's cheap. Unless I had to slide, I don't know how to get past that.
The timing is very dastardly. It is possible, but it's very, very, very precise. And I think in the Wily Wars version, it's actually impossible because of the slightly bigger sprites. So...
But isn't the Genesis slightly slower, I think?
A little bit. Then again, I think some of the slowdown in the Wily Wars version was put in intention. I don't know, sometimes it seems like you're in the middle of a boss fight and slowdown just intentionally kicks in, so you're like doing the Matrix as you play.
I can farm from some energy here. That is so satisfying to listen to, by the way. I don't know, like every time you hit the fire pillars right there, you count it. It does the sound effect as if you were actually damaging it, and you're not. It's just so satisfying to listen to it go every time you hit it, especially with the thunder beam. I find that just satisfying somehow. I don't know why, but alas, it is. One more time. Oh my god, that is quite the thing to listen to. Ah, there we go. Perfection.
And floating.
Now, Fireman, I would recommend coming in at full health. He's not so hard as some people think that he is. Mostly because because you can kind of just stand there and just shoot him that way, and he's one of those bosses where you deal more damage to him than he does to you. But doing a Mr. Perfect on him, however, can be something else. Anywho, there's a little tactic you can do to avoid the fire waves, which kind of involves standing in place and then moving to the right or left a little as you do so. But honestly, Fireman's not that hard, I find. And we get the Fire Storm, which acts as both a shield and a projectile at the same time, which we will be showing off in part 3. So, I am KidMeister LP.
And I'm Saxdu26.
And see you guys when we take on Wily's Castle. Already.